Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel again. And last time we did our strokes connection. We just started with our entry stroke. Before that, we did our basic strokes, the number of basic strokes, the shapes of basic strokes, and how to make them. If you have missed any of these two sessions, you can check the link in the description section. I'll put that in the description section, and you can watch these videos so that you have a clear idea what are basic strokes and why are they so important, and how to make these basic strokes and how to combine these basic strokes. When we are connecting these basic strokes together, we have already done how the entry stroke is connected with other basic strokes. We did our entry stroke with our underturn, and then we did entry stroke with ovals, and what all things we need to keep in mind when we are connecting our entry stroke with our ovals, and then entry stroke with our descending stem loop, and then entry stroke with our ascending stem loop. Also, we explored entry stroke with our overturn where it is used. So we can use it as a variation of creating letter N or letter M. And then we also did entry stroke with compound curve, our regular compound curve, and our reverse compound curve. So we saw that how our entry stroke and compound curve, regular one, they combine together and form a variation of letter U, and then they are used in combining the two letters together. When we talk about entry stroke and reverse compound curve, we saw the example I and connecting with N. So when we are connecting entrance stroke with our reverse compound curve, so it is giving letter I and then it is connecting with another letter, that is N, which is starting from the overturn. So I gave you some assignment. I hope you have done that. If you haven't done that, then it's time that you must go and do the assignment first, and then I'll see you here. So today we are going to see how to connect. Next stroke that we are doing will be underturn. So we'll see how underturn is connected with various other strokes, and let's see if they form any letter or no. So let's get started. I am excited because for me also it is something that I am also exploring, as per, like, if I talk about basic strokes connecting with other basic strokes. So I'm doing it for the first time this series. So let's start. So this is 65 degrees slant line. If you are able to see my guide sheet underneath. So this is my guide sheet, and I am using a tracing paper on top of it so that I can reuse my guide sheet again and again. So let's start. So we are doing our first combination with underturn. We'll see what all strokes are there. So this is our reference sheet or cheat sheet, we can say. So we are combining underturn with our overturn. So let's see if we combine them together, what it is going to become and what letters or which letters can we create using these two strokes. So first we are doing underturn, and then we are connecting it with our overturn. So let's see what all we get. So if we are combining them together, So from here till here, we are going to create our underturn, and from here we are going to start our overturn, and then coming back down like we are with our overturn. So from here, like this. So this is how it is. And when we are combining it together, we already have seen in our basic strokes that this is our reverse compound curve. This is how it is, the underturn and overturn combined together. And we have already seen the letters as well using these two strokes. So let's see again to get a clear idea. Before that, we must write about our strokes. So this is our underturn. This is our overturn. And then when we are combining these two together, it makes our reverse compound curve. And let's see what all things or what all letters we can get using these two strokes. So if we are combining these two strokes, so we can have our, I'll just show one or two letters and rest you are going to find out. So this connection can be used in writing in the way we saw last time. This can be used in this way. This is one example. We can write use. We can use it like this. Now, second one is, let's combine our underturn with our oval. So how to connect underturn with our oval? So we'll find out. This was our underturn. And now we are combining it with our oval. So I'm using another color here because this pink color, light pink color is too light and it's not showing properly on the screen. So I am using this color for my oval. So if I am creating this oval and I want to join it with my underturn, so how it is going to be? As we have seen earlier in our previous session, that when we are combining any stroke that is going above till the waist or header line and the oval is connected next to it, so what we can do is we can omit or remove this portion that is not connected to oval and will create the stroke till here, nearly half of the oval, and then we are going to combine. So same ways, like when we are seeing underturn, we are seeing our stroke going like entry stroke that is going till our waistline or header line. So when we are going to connect it together, we are going to remove this portion and while connecting this to our oval. So let's have a look. So we are going to create our underturn till this much, like half of it, when we are going up. And then when we are connecting our oval with this, we are going to join it like this. So this is how we are going to create this combination or connection of underturn stroke with our oval. So let's write down and we'll see how and where we can use it. But first, let's mark the lines as well. So this is my baseline. This is my waistline or header line. And here this is my waistline or header line. So this is waistline or header line. This is my baseline. And this is my underturn. And this is my oval. And when we are combining it together, we can use it in creating our strokes for letters. I am creating underturn and I want to connect it with so if I am creating this combination, I can use it as like creating an O with this and an I, and I can create any word, for example, iota, T, A. So here is another underturn, but with extended stem from here. So this is extended or modified underturn, and then A. So this is how it is. And when we are connecting these strokes together, we use them in the connection of two letters. For example, if this is I and this is O, and we want to connect it together to form and connect more letters towards the O, we can do that to create word. This is like, if we are looking at this, this is also underturn and this is connecting with the oval, and we have created another underturn to make an A. So this is like underturn again with the oval, but this time with when we are making it as A, and this underturn with oval, here we are making another mini underturn which is creating an O. So letter O, so IOTA. So here is an example where the undertones are connected to our ovals. So let's have a look at another second category, third, sorry. So now we are going to connect our underturn with our ascending stem loop. So let's have a look. So we are creating our third combination with our underturn. So here we are going to create our ascending stem loop. So with ascending stem loop, we are having our ascenders line, and also we are going to have our header line and base line. So we are leaving two parts for our ascender line, two lines, and another two lines for our to reach our baseline. So we are using this as our this line as our ascenders line, and we are using this as our header line or waistline. So when we are talking about this, now we are having one more line One is this, one is this, and another one is this. So this is our baseline. There is nothing below this baseline when we are connecting now, whatever we are connecting here right now, the combinations. So we are not going to create our descenders line because that will create a confusion. So right now we are using these three parts: ascenders line, header line, and baseline. So with our underturn, we are going to use these two areas, this one and this one. So these two lines for that. So we are going to create our underturn, and we are going to connect it with our ascending stem loop. So let's see our ascending stem loop. Here we are creating our ascending stem loop, which is starting from our header line and a teardrop shape, and then coming down and going down till baseline. And our pressure is gradually increasing the moment we are hitting this ascenders line just below that, and then going straight, and our pressure increases from here. It is a constant pressure that is equal from here to here, from baseline to baseline. So let's see how the connection comes and what all things or what all letters can we get, or if it is used in our letter connection, connecting two letters together, or is it possible to create letters with it. So when we are connecting it together, I think this is going to help us in connecting our two letters together. For example, if we are taking this as our I, this, and we want to connect it with our ascending stem loop. So we can connect oval with it, reverse oval, or we can connect our compound curve or any other letter that we want to combine, or if we want to create a word that has a meaning, then so we can use this, or we can use U to create this. And now this another underturn, and then we can combine our ascending stem loop with this, and we can create, let's use our compound curve with this. So we are creating letter H. So I have made a word so we normally use okay, so this is that word. So we have done that, and we have seen how it is connected with the ascending stem loop. And if you want to write Uber, Uber, so after you can create your ascending stem loop and connect it with your reverse oval or modified overturn. So you will get your B, and you can create your E and R along with it. So this is how they are connected. And let's write first of all that the strokes. So this is our underturn. This is our ascending stem loop. And this is our connection with our underturn and ascending stem loop. We have already seen this is our header line. I am writing HL to denote header line or waistline, and this is our ascender's line. So we can simply write A if we want to write abbreviation or initial of that so that it's easy for us. And this is our baseline. We can write B instead of writing the complete name baseline. Now let's have a look what all is left. So our underturn and our descending stem loop. So for that we don't need our ascender's line, so we'll not use that. So this is going to be our waistline, and this is going to be our, we are leaving two lines to create one unit. So this is our baseline, and we need one more line as a descender because we are using descending stem loop now. So this is our descender's line. This is our descender's line. So this is our one unit. This is again our one unit. All right. So let's get started. So we will start our underturn from here. Plus, we want to combine it with our, descender stem loop. Where all this connection can be used. Let's have a look. So underturn, this. So finally, we are able to create at least one letter using our stroke, that is underturn and descending stem loop. And when we are creating our exit stroke, so the entry stroke and exit stroke is one and the same thing. So for this Y, this is our exit stroke. So this has created our letter Y. Let's write. We have used our underturn. This is our descending stem loop. And this is our letter Y. What we can do is, when we are writing our letter, we can use our entry stroke. Then we can create our underturn and then descending stem loop, and again our entry or exit stroke once again to create our letter Y. It got thicker. So this is how our letter Y is created when we are using underturn and descending stem loop. We have one more stroke that is left, we haven't touched yet, that is underturn. We have used all the strokes, like we have done underturn and overturn, underturn and reverse compound curve. And let's see underturn and regular compound curve. This fifth scenario. So this is my underturn. And I want to connect it with my regular compound curve. So this is my regular compound curve. So when we are combining these two together, let's name them. This is my header line or waistline. This is my baseline. This is my underturn, my compound curve, regular compound curve. So this is going to create, let's see what all it can create. So we can use it like this, like from here, it is going to create my, I'm going to create my regular compound curve. So this is how it is going to be if I am creating my underturn and connecting it with my compound curve, that is regular compound curve. So I can use this as for my letter connection, like connecting two letters together. So this could be I, this could be underturn of U. For example, if I am using O, my oval, my underturn, this is my underturn of A, and then I'm connecting it with my regular compound curve. When I'm connecting it with my regular compound curve, I can create a V from it if I'm using a mini underturn, or if I want to create another underturn, I can make U also. And if I want to, for example, if I want to create my V, I can join like this. Or if I want to create my another underturn, I can make U. I can write aura. I can create this word aura with this AU. Or if I want to create, if I want to create W with this, you can create W as well. Let's make U out of this. So I'm joining another underturn. And if I want to create R, and then again oval, and then again underturn. So I can create this word aura, and where I have used this combination, this connection here. So this is where I have used this connection. So you can do that. And here, this is a modified underturn. So you have used this with your oval. So you have used this connection as well as you have used here this connection. So for A, underturn and A, and this underturn and U. So one more connection is there. Let's have a look. We haven't touched on this. So another one is we have used all our connections. Now one connection is there. Any guesses? We haven't used our underturn with our underturn. We have done this here in the examples, but we haven't taken this as our scenario. So let's take that. So let's take our last scenario of this session where we are creating our underturn with our underturn. So let's let's mark our lines. This is my header line or waistline. This is my baseline. This is our underturn, and this is our again underturn. So when we are combining them together, what are we going to get? And we are combining another underturn here. So we are getting our letter U, and we can also use it for our letter we can use it for our letter W, where we are using underturn, and again a small underturn or mini underturn, we can say. Or if you want to create letter V, you can slightly modify your underturn, making it a bit wider than normal regular underturn, and then joining mini underturn with this. So our letter V can be made. So what all we can do is we can use our entrance stroke with that to actually create a proper letter. So this is our entry stroke, underturn, underturn. So this we have already done in our previous session, where we used our entry stroke in connecting all the other strokes. Like we have made these letters, but when we are combining this and this together, so we are seeing only this portion or this part of it. We are not taking our entry stroke into consideration, or what came before that particular stroke. We are seeing how this stroke and underturn is connecting to another stroke, which could be our overturn, it could be our oval, it could be our ascending stem loop, it could be our descending stem loop, it could be our regular compound curve, and it could be our underturn with our underturn again. So I hope this whole uh, thing, or connecting understroke with various other strokes, has given you complete clarity, or some clarity if you're a beginner, that how this stroke can be connected to various other strokes, and how these strokes can form either a connection for another letter to be joined, or you can create a whole new letter out of these, combining these two. For example, we have seen in letter Y, when we are connecting our underturn and our descending stem loop, we are creating our letter Y, and we can connect with our exit stroke to complete that. So I hope everything is clear. You can watch the previous sessions that you may have missed. So these were like how entry strokes were created and how they were connected to various other strokes. And the first session was on basic strokes, like how the basic strokes are created, why are they important, and what is the use of basic strokes in calligraphy, and what are different shapes that can, and where the thick and thin strokes are supposed to be given. So I hope everything is all clear, and I will be sharing all the links that are related to this session, that is prior to this session, which is important to know. And I'll see you in my next video, where we'll be seeing another basic stroke, and then how that is connected together with other strokes, other basic strokes, and different letters or different connections while creating the combination of those letters or creating the words, we are using those strokes together. So we have seen our entry stroke, we have seen our underturn. Next time we'll see our overturn. So we'll connect overturn with various other strokes that we have in our basic strokes. So bye for now. And if you feel that you are getting a very good insight or you get a better understanding of basic strokes, do let me know in the comment section. And if you feel that this is helpful for you and you have other calligraphy friends or beginners that you feel that this video can be helpful to them, please do share it with them, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye for now.